What's going on, guys? It's your boy Avoid here, also known as Torq. Welcome back to another video. Today I'll be giving you a breakdown guide on how to make a surf map. I just want to make a couple of disclaimers. If you haven't already, I'll put it in the description, but I'd go ahead and join the Roblox official surf Discord. You have to have the Discord to import maps into Surf Maptest. This may seem a lot for some of you guys. One main thing as well, if you don't know how to use Roblox Studio or never use Roblox Studio, I'd most definitely go look up a guide on how to use it. I really don't feel like explaining because it's just way too much. In this video, it'd probably be like an hour long, but I'm trying to make this as short as possible. As well with that, if you haven't watched my other video on the channel, I'd most definitely figure out how to use Archimedes to make curved ramps. Curved ramps as in this right here, curved ramp. If you already know how to make curved ramp and already know how to use Archimedes, then you're set, and don't know how to make a map, just stay put. But within this video, I'll pretty much be showing you how to import the map, export the map, blah, 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 blah. Alright, so once you open up Roblox Studio, off rip, open up your toolbox. You're gonna type in surf kit. Once you go into surf kit, I'd scroll down and find 5-man. This is gonna have your start and finish. After you have your start and finish, just go ahead and ungroup that and you could exit out of toolbox. We're gonna have our parts here. Within these parts, we're gonna have trigger, which is pretty much how you die when you fall off of a surf ramp. So I'd make this probably just do 10 here. Once you do have this part, I'd most definitely open up your Explorer and Properties. Also within 5-man, you're also gonna have your display name and creator. I'd go ahead and already have it on here, so I'm just gonna delete these. But after you have your display name, just go into value, and it's gonna be, this is map name here. Just type in the map name, and then in creator, go to value, our name, and just type in your name, just so when you load up Surf Maptest, this will pop up. So once we're back into here, you're gonna have your main part, and then I just duplicate it about 4 times, and this will just be the area where you could take these. So after you have, this one's gonna be your normal part, your walls, floor, etc, etc. This one's gonna be the floor or roof. Pretty much how you die. Name it is exactly how I do. Capital T and then trigger 1, and then within this part, this is gonna be our spawn 1, where you spawn at. Within this spawn 1, make sure to scroll down all the way to collision and properties and turn off can collide, all that good stuff. This one is gonna be our light, so pretty much our spotlight, our lighting around the map. I would turn it yellow just so that you know it's the light, and then we'll make it pretty much invisible when it comes to time to do that. So how do you make this a light, you're asking? If you go to Explorer right here, it says part, you're gonna hit the plus, and then you're gonna just type in light. We're gonna be using spotlight. Once you hit it, your properties will pop up. I turn the face to top, and then go to angle, turn this all the way up to 180, and then we're gonna do 90 for range, pretty much the area of light that it's gonna cover. So once we have this up, we're gonna make the platform of where we're pretty much gonna jump off of into our ramp. I'll make this 60 wide. I'm also gonna show you this as well. If you have one of these and you want to make the sides, you know, you want it to extend on both sides, just hold down control and extend it, and it'll extend both sides. I'd always try to make it as even as you possibly can. Once we have that, we're gonna take the start. Let me make this a little wider. You're gonna take this start, put it on top of here, just angle it where it's even, and then extend it all the way to the whole platform. So once you go in this, your start's gonna be at 0. Once you exit it is when the timer starts. So now that we have that, we're gonna add the walls to it. Once you actually get into map making, you don't have to add walls. You can add mountains, make your own mountains, use it from the toolbox. However you plan on using it, use it as how you want to. Once we have our walls up, we're gonna go ahead and add the trigger 1, which is gonna be our floor. So we're gonna just pop the floor as wide as we can get it. Just make it even. I'm gonna make this really simple so that you guys understand. Once we have our spawn, we're just gonna take the spawn, put it on top of here, then we're gonna make it invisible just so that people can't see it. So this is pretty much where you're gonna be spawning at. I try to make it in the middle. For some maps in Surf, if you guys do play Surf, you could telehop. There's maps that you can telehop. In order not to telehop, make this 0. You're gonna want to add things to the side of it that you kind of have to fall through. So I'll make this a non-teleport map. Ooh. Sorry, it's taking me kind of long. But once you have this, I'd turn all of these to 1 just so that they're all invisible. And I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. Drop it down. Once it's invisible, I just group it, put it where we're gonna have it, kind of like the drop-in. We're dropping here. Now that we have this, we're going to make our ramps. So here we're gonna make a wedge. Me personally, on starting maps, I'd most definitely make this 20 high and about 15 long, and then you could extend it to as far as you want. Once we have that, I'm gonna make a duplicate version of this, and we're gonna make this 2 studs, and this comes in the arguabilities part. We're gonna make a curved ramp here. Oh, thought I hit y'all. Yeah, baby. I'll do it facing towards us. Once we have that, I'm just gonna group that as a model, and then now we could exit out of arguabilities and put these ramps in. I try to make it as even with the start as you can. If you guys can, it doesn't always have to be perfect, but I'd at least make it perfect as possible. And then I want to add a obstacle that you pretty much have to go over or go through. When making surf maps, I'd always make obstacles. You know, you just don't want a map that you can just easily surf. You gotta have some sort of obstacles that you kind of have to go through. So we'll make a boom, that right there. And then we'll take this curved ramp, probably do that right there. Take this, put it right there. Take this curved ramp, move it up. Also, if you guys really don't know how to use Roblox Studio, if your arrows are ever like this, just do Control L and it will make it even. With curved ramps, I try to make these as close as possible. Not like that, but like, you know, as close as possible so that you can land in. Once you have that, we're gonna add more walls here. Bring that out. Put this right here. Now that we have that, we're just gonna take another one of these ramps. In order to make like a actual ramp, all you have to do is, these are just half ramps. Take one of these and put it right there. Within these ramps as well, I should have showed you guys from the get-go, but in order to make this surfable, make sure to name those wedges surf. I know on this, just rename it surf. Within this, if you guys do ever mess up, you can just hop in here. All these parts, click on one, scroll all the way to the other one, hold shift, click, and then in your properties, you have the name. You name these all to surf. Every single one will change. Little pro tip. Once we have this, make this even. Once that's even, I'm just showing you guys how to make a surf map. I'm sorry, this is way too complicated. I'm just trying to give you guys a simple idea on how to make a decent surf map when it does come to mapping and how you do it. Once you have that, bring that kind of close, then we'll make another part here, which is going to be our finish. Make it 55. Little block. Make it about 30. Put this in there. And then we're going to take our finish and we're going to put it on top of here and do what we did to the start. So this is just the part that you, when you start, timer goes, you go through, go all the way, finish a map. Once this is done, we're gonna add the roof to it. So I don't want anyone escaping from the top. So this is gonna be the same trigger. It's gonna be just a trigger like all the other ones. I try to make it as even as possible so that there's no gaps within these ramps. So once that's up, now we're just gonna do this end part right here, make this enclosed. Boom. 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 Alright. Now we have our surface lights to add in because as you guys can see, it is just way too dark in here. Way too dark. Now that we have our surface lights, we're gonna, since this is the top, we're gonna make it face this way. Once we have it like this, where you have it on the wall, I'd make 2 on each side. I would most definitely recommend, it's up to you guys if you want to, but you guys can, you know, add colors to your ramps or add materials, whatever you guys want to do. I personally do it at the end just so I have mapping out on how I do it personally, I would wait till the end to actually add material on how you want to do it. I'd make the map first before you go into detail. I would most definitely have a theme for your map: snow theme, sand, beach, you name it. But anyhow, once we have our lights here, we're just gonna make these invisible now. Once they are invisible, we're just gonna copy them and just move them all the way down the map, just so this map here has lighting. Doom, boom, boom, boom. Turn that way. Place that on the wall. Boom. 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 Within these, I would make them in the wall, but for right now, I'm just doing it outside just to kind of show you guys how to do it. Another light, another light, another light, another light. Once we have this, when you're officially done with your map, you're just gonna hover over this completely, turn off cast shadows. Now you're going to group as a model, and whatever you named your map, you're gonna name the model that you selected everything under. And it has to be this in order for you to be able to play it on Surf Maptest. So you have to do surf underscore and then the map name. So I'm just gonna do test map for an example. Once you have this modeled in your name, make sure to anchor. Anchor is a big one here. So when you do go into Maptest and everything's not anchored, you will just fall. So I'm just gonna leave this here for an example here in a couple of minutes after I show you this. But once you have this, you're going to save and export. Save to Roblox. You're gonna choose one. You're gonna hit model. I wouldn't add a description. Make sure the title is surf, whatever your map is. Once you have this, you're gonna hit save. And once you have saved this, you're gonna hit the creation button, and it should bring you to this page right here. Once you have entered this, you're gonna scroll all the way down. You're gonna distribute on Creator Store and make sure this is on, and make sure this is free. You're gonna hit save changes. After that, you're gonna copy this code. Within this code, I would keep this code in your notes or somewhere safe where you can go back to it. You can leave it on Discord. So after you have that, you're gonna open up Discord, and then Discord, you're going to go to the official Roblox Surf Discord that I left in the description. Make sure to go there. Then you're gonna go to Maptest bot. When you go to Maptest bot, do /take and then space, and this will pop up. You're gonna hit surf and then asset ID. You're gonna paste the ID in there. Once you have this, you're just gonna wanna copy this whole thing right here. After you have that, now you're gonna go into Surf Maptest. I'll have the link in the description as well for your Surf Maptest. Once you join up Surf Maptest, other people will be able to actually play your map. Like this guy's, I guess, is waiting. Once you get in here, you just do map. Goodness, you do map, and then you want to RTV. Do test map. Hate that this guy's in here. If there's ever a guy in here, just do /SS. It'll put you in a private server. I'll just go ahead and do it. /SS, and then just wait a second. Put you in a different server, and then you want to do the map, and then /RTV. Once you're in your map, you could actually see your map now. Like I was saying, this gap here, I'll show you how to fix it, but now your map will actually be surfable. See right here, at the bottom is the floor, and then I can't telly hop because of the thing right here. But let's say this is too far and this is messed up. In order to actually change this, what you're going to do is you're going to go back into Studio. You're going to ungroup everything. And then you're going to fix what you have to fix within the map. So let's say I need to extend this longer so that it's actually surfable. Put that right there and make this longer. Do that longer as well. So once you have this, just make sure that there's no errors that you could see of. Now once you have that, you're going to hover over it, group as model again, rename surf underscore test map. And then this is a really important part. After you do this, don't hit save again. Go to overwrite an existing asset. As you can see, I already had another map on here, but this is going to be the one. So you're going to do overwrite an existing asset, and you're going to click the map that you just did. You're going to hit save. And instead of hitting this, since you already have the ID, all you have to do is go back into here and paste that map, and it will automatically update in real time so that your maps are actually working and surfable. So as you can see now, you know, everything is fixed this side. I extended that ramp. The lighting is good. There's no cast shadows except for your character. And now you just have a working surf map. And then you could just go in, color, do what you need to do. But this is just a short and simple video on how to make a simple map for beginners. Hope you guys really enjoyed this video on how to make a surf map. I hope you guys get to making some good maps. I know I have a couple of maps that I've made. They're not the best, but they're maps, okay? If you guys want, just like, subscribe, do whatever. Anyhow, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Appreciate you guys watching. Peace.